Hi everyone, this is Edmund with a quick tutorial on how to publish your posts on WordPress and optimize them for search engines. If you have any questions, you can contact me at edmund@iamlicious.com. As this video is quite long, I've broken it down into various sections in the video description below for your easy reference. In order to publish your article, you have to log into a WordPress dashboard, and once you are here, I'll encourage you to install two plugins. One is TinyMCE Advanced and the other one is the WordPress SEO. Just go to plugins and then go to install plugins. So I'll show you which plugins they are. One of it is the WordPress SEO. So this is very important if you want to optimize your content for the search engines, and the other one would be the TinyMCE Advanced. This will allow you to format your article easily so that people can read it easily and also optimize for the search engines as well. If you do not know how to set up these two plugins, I've included the video URL in my video description below, so you can actually check it out. I've done a very thorough walkthrough on these two plugins on how you can actually set it up to maximize its benefits. Okay, so after you've installed these two plugins, the next step is to copy your article into a notepad file. As you can see here, I've actually copied it here. And then the next thing I'll do is to check whether my article has any plagiarism. And in order to do that, I'll select the entire article, right click, select copy, and then use the Copyscape Premium to do a search to ensure that my article is 100% unique. So just paste it here and then click on Premium Search. So you'll see that no results found for the text we pasted, 959 words in total. That means that there's no duplicate content on my article, and this is fantastic because Google dislike duplicate content. So every article that you publish on your website, you want to make sure that it is completely unique. Okay, after you have verified your article that it is completely unique, the next thing is to publish your article in your website. The reason why I'm actually using Notepad is because it does not come with any formatting, unlike Microsoft Word and other writing platforms. If you were to copy your article from Microsoft Word and paste it into the WordPress editor, you need to do quite a lot of formatting, which is why I prefer to copy and paste my article into a notepad file and then copy and paste it into the WordPress blog itself. So in order to publish a new post, all you got to do is just go to post and then click on add new. Now you just have to copy the title of the article along with the content into this blank space here. The title of my article is actually an introduction to WordPress plugins, and in this case my main keyword is WordPress plugins. I'll just right click and copy it and then paste it here. So this will be my title. So here you'll see a permalink. What I'll do is I'll click on edit and remove the additional keywords which are in it and introduction to, and click on OK. If you want your article to rank well, you have to ensure that the main keyword is found in the title along with the permalink as well. So this is very important. Just remove all the other keywords which are found in the permalink which are not relevant to your main keyword. The next thing you have to do is to copy the content into this blank space here. Okay, so I just select the entire content, right click and click on copy, and then come here, right click, paste the article here. The next thing I'll do is I'll change my subheadings to heading 2. So these are all my subheadings. Why do I need WordPress plugins? Just click on heading 2. By changing these subheadings to heading 2, it will inform Google that your article is about WordPress plugins. So for all the subheadings, you want to ensure that at least one of them contains the main keyword. So in this case it's WordPress plugins. So I'll just change all the subheadings to heading 2. So this will allow the reader to read your article easily as well by referring to the respective section that he's interested in. And another cool thing about this WordPress editor is that it is a WYSIWYG editor, meaning that what you see here is exactly what you'll see on your website as well. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So to see what I mean by that, I'll click on preview. This is how the title looks like, and this is the subheading. You'll see that the subheadings have a bigger font size than the normal article content. So you'll see that what you see here is exactly what you'll see in the editor itself. So this is fantastic. So after I've edited all the subheadings, the next thing I'll do is to bold all the key pointers. In order to do that, you just have to select the text and then click on bold. If you want to italic it, you can just click on this italic icon as well. If you want to underline the key pointer, you can click on underline as well. So you can actually bold, italic and underline a single word at one go. And of course, if you want to remove it, you can just click on the respective button. Let's say if you don't want italic and you don't want underline, now it will just be bold. So I'll just do the same for the remaining points. The reason why I am doing all this editing, this is to allow the reader to have an easier time reading, because having the same text format for the entire article is going to be very boring, and you'll want people to pay attention to the most important point of your article, which is why it's very important to vary your text by adding the bold and adding the subheading as well. And besides that, you'll want your main keyword to appear in the first paragraph of your content as well. So the first paragraph in this case is the first sentence, so I'll just add in. It's time to pick some WordPress plugins. This is also for SEO purposes as well. You'll want to have the main keyword in the first paragraph of your article. So after you're done with adding the bold, the italic, and the underline, if you have a testimonial, you can actually use the block quote. So let's say if this sentence is a testimonial by Edmund, for example, you can just select the entire text and then click the block quote. So if I click on preview, so this is how the block quote will look like. Of course, if you're using a different WordPress theme, the appearance might be different. So you can change the alignment of your content as well. Let's say if you want this specific paragraph to be aligned to the center, you can just click on align center and then you'll appear in the center. If you want to align it to the right, you can click on align right. If you want to align it to the left, you can click on align left. If you want to justify it, you can click on justify. Justify will make the entire article neater because the starting point and the ending point will be the same, as you can see here. If you want to add a link to a text, you can just select the text and click on this chain icon here and then enter the URL here, press the org, and then you can add a title to the link if you want to. You have another option to either open the link in a new window or tab, or just leave it as it is. So let's say if you want to open the link in a new window or tab, you can just check this option. And if you want to add a title to the link, you can just type in official website. And once you're done, you can just click on add link and click on preview. You'll see that the link has a title there, official website. And if you click on it, it will open up in a new tab or window. So if you want the link to open in the window itself, you can go back to this link, click on the chain icon, and then uncheck this and click on update and click on preview again, and then click on the link again. So this time around, the link will actually redirect to the WordPress.org website in the window itself without opening a new window. Let's say if you want to remove the link, you can just click on the link itself and then click on this remove link icon and the link will be removed. So that's basically how easy it is to add a link to the text that you want. And of course, you can also add bullet points to your post as well. So let's say if these two lines are two separate points, you can just select these two sentences, click on the bullet list. So see that they have added a bullet to these two sentences. And if you want to change the bullet, you can just click on this arrow button here, just click on it, and then you have a choice of selecting it in terms of a circle, disc, or square based on your preference. Let's say if you don't want to have a bullet list, you can select the two sentences again, click on this, and then you'll revert back to the initial state. And of course, if you want to add it in terms of a numbered list, you can click on this numbered list as well. They'll have a number at the start of each sentence. Same thing here, you can also select the list type as well. You can select in terms of lower alpha, in terms of alphabets, Greek letters. You can also select in terms of Roman numbers, upper alpha, along with upper Roman as well. Normally I just leave it as the default. So that's basically how you play around with the list. And remember to enter as well, backspace again to revert it back to the initial paragraphing. So if you want to add a table, you can do so as well. Just click on insert table and then select what you want here. You can also merge cells and select the table cell properties. And besides that, if you want to undo, you can just click on this to undo it. And besides that, you can also add a superscript and subscript to your content if you want to. So these are not really that important. If you want to change your font color, you can just select the text that you want to change the font color. Just click on this icon here, click on the drop down button. There are a lot of different colors that you can choose from. Let's say if you want this text to be blue, you can just click on blue. You'll see that the text has turned blue. And if you want to add a smiley face, you can add icons, emoticons to it as well. So it's really very interesting. With WordPress, you can do a lot of things with it. If you want to increase the indent, you can click on it. So they'll actually indent your paragraphing right now. If you want to decrease indent, you can do so as well. And if you want to add a strike through to the specific word, let's say encourage, you can just click the strike through and then they'll have a straight line across the word itself. And if you want to change the font size of your words, you can just select the text that you want and then select the font size. Let's say if you want this entire sentence to be font 18, to be much bigger than the rest, you can do so as well. And of course, if you want to change the font family, you can do so as well. There are a lot of different font families. You can select Comic Sans MS if you want to. By using different font family, you can actually make your text more interesting. So the paragraphing, as I've shown you, is basically a different heading. That's basically how you edit your post. If you find that your blog post is too long, you can either publish it in two separate posts or add a page break to your existing post. In order to do that, you can just scroll down to the section they would like to break the blog post into another page and just click on it. Click on insert followed by page break. Click on preview. This is how the page break looks like, page 1 and page 2. If you click on page 2, you'll see the continuation of your blog post. This is mainly for user readability and navigation as well, because they don't have to do a lot of scrolling down in order to read the entire post. And besides adding a page break, if you want to add a read more tag to your post, you can do so as well. Just select the section that you want the read more tag to be added. So if I only want someone to read the first 2 sentences of my post, I'll just click here, click on insert read more tag. This is an example of how the read more tag looks like. It is especially useful if you have a lot of blog posts so that people can scroll down and look for the post that they are most interested in easily. If you click on this read more tag, it will actually show you the entire blog post. That's basically how the read more tag works. After you're done with adding the read more tag or the page break, the next thing you want to do is to add the videos. In order to do that, you gotta go to youtube.com, click on share, click on embed. This is the entire code that you want to copy. Right click, copy, go back to your WordPress editor, click on text here, right click and paste the entire code here. So once you do this, if you click on visual, there will be a box there, and you'll want to align your video to the center of your blog post so that it looks neater. Click on align center and then click on preview. So you'll see that I have a video here now. You can either watch it on YouTube or you can just click the play button, so they'll actually play the video on your website. So that's basically how you embed the video. So if you scroll down, if you want to add an image to your blog post, you just select the area where you want the image to be added, click on add media, click on upload files, click on select files, look for the file that you want, just double click on it. Right now it's uploading. Here you can add the title of your image. You can also add a caption, the alternate text along with the description. You can add the alternate text to describe what the image is all about so that search engines can actually pick it up. And besides that, you can also add a caption to the image itself. You can also change the alignment of the post. You can add a custom URL and you can change the sizing of the image as well. So in this case, I'll just add an alternate text, WordPress plugin, and for the caption I'll put a screenshot of WordPress plugins. As for the description, I'll just leave it as it is. Here you can add the URL if you want to, so I'll just put wordpress.org as an example and click on insert into post. So you see that your image will appear here, and if you click on preview, you'll see a caption at the bottom of the image. And since I've added a link to the image itself, you'll see that now the image becomes a clickable image. If you click on it, you'll be redirected to the actual page that you're linking to as well. So that's basically how you add an image to your blog post and embed a video as well. If you want to remove the video, you can just click on the square and just hit delete on your keyboard to remove it. And if you want to remove the image, do the same as well. Just click on it and click the cross button, and then you remove the image. So after you've added the image and the videos to your post, the next thing you want to do is to classify the post according to the different categories. If you want to add a new category, you can just click on add new category and select the category that you want. So let's say in this case I'm talking about WordPress plugins. I can add a category known as top WordPress plugins and click on add new category. And if I want to add a subcategory under the main category, I'll select the main category. In this case is top WordPress plugins. Here I'll just put in popular as an example and click on add new category. So you see that the popular is a subcategory of the top WordPress plugins category right now. If you want to include the post in other categories, you can just check the box that is beside the category itself. As for the text, I will just put in WordPress plugin. The texts are not really that important. If you want to set a featured image, you can do so as well. Just select set featured image. This one I normally leave it as it is. I don't really use featured image. You can also add an excerpt of your post. So I'll just put find out how to choose the best WordPress plugins for your website. I'll show you how it looks like. I'll go back to my online business model. So you'll see this is an excerpt of my article. This is basically how it looks like, and if you click on the read more tag, and then you'll be able to read the entire article itself. So the rest are all optional. Now I'm going to show you how to optimize your content for the search engines, and in order to do that, we're going to use the WordPress SEO. So under the SEO title, what I'll do is I'll just copy and paste the title of my article here, and for the meta description, you want to use something that can capture a person's attention to read your post. So I'll write something like confused about WordPress plugins, get your answers here as an example. And for the focus keyword, this is referring to your main keyword. In this case, I'll put WordPress plugins. If you do not know where the SEO title and meta description will appear, so this is how it looks like. This is the SEO title. In this case would be an introduction to WordPress plugins. it will appear here. The description that is below the URL will be the meta description. So in this case, it would be confused about WordPress plugins, get your answers here. So this is the thing that will appear as the SEO title along the meta description across all the various search engines. So after you're done, you can click on save draft and you'll get an SEO score here. You can see that the SEO score is good. Always try to aim to get a good for your SEO so that you can rank well on search engines. If you want to see which areas of your SEO you can improve on, click on the check link and you'll be brought to this page under the page analysis. So here you actually mentioned that no images appear in this page. Consider adding some as appropriate. So you can actually go on to add the image which we have added previously. In this case, there is this image, and click on insert into post. And the keyword density is 0.31%. I'm not too bothered about the keyword density as long as the flow of the article is there and your main keyword appears in the first paragraph of the article, it'll be good enough. So the page title contains the keyword phrase. So in this case, it's WordPress plugins. So this is excellent. You want to have your main keyword in the title of your article. So no outbound links appear in this page. Consider adding some as appropriate. So this you can add some reference link to authority websites. So what I'll do is I'll just select the WordPress text and click on insert link. Here I'll type in wordpress.org and select open link in a new tab and click on add link. Then you can save draft. So if you scroll down and go back to page analysis, you'll see that now I've already got an image. So the page title contains 36 characters. This is not important. Meta description is not that important as well. The page title contains the keyword phrase, so this is important. And the copy score 75.9 in the flash reading is test, which is considered fairly easy to read. And the keyword phrase appears at least once out of 5 subheadings that I have in the website, so this is vital. And the page contains 1 outbound link, so all these are excellent. Whenever you see a green circle, it means that this thing is being fulfilled. And whenever you see a red circle, that means that some improvement is needed in these areas. Aim to have as many green circles as possible. If there are certain things that you cannot have a green circle, it's perfectly fine as well. It's not really that important. As long as after you click on save draft, get a good for the SEO score, it's more than enough. So you'll see that besides the general and the page analysis, there are other tabs under the WordPress SEO plugin as well. There's the advanced section. The meta robots index by default is indexed. It means that your blog post will be indexed by the search engines and you'll appear in the search engines. If you select no index, that means that the post will appear on your blog but you'll not appear on the search engines. That's basically how simple it is. And the meta robots follow, you can just select follow by default, and the rest you can just leave it as it is. It's not really that important. If you want to add in the breadcrumbs title, you can do so as well. So the others I'll just leave it as it is. And then we're moving on to the social section. You can choose a different title for your Facebook post and the description as well, along with the Facebook image, along with the Google Plus title, description and image. The description and title is what they will appear when you share your article on your Facebook, but you can always select it manually on your Facebook fan page as well. So this is not really that important. It's just basically to facilitate the entire sharing process for both Google Plus and the Facebook post. So after you're done with optimizing your content for the search engines, you can just click on published and you are ready to go. So if you want to publish a page, you can do the same thing as well. Just go to add new and apply the same thing with the page as well. You can see that everything is the same. So you just got to do what I shared with you previously on the post editor, except that for the page, you will not have a category. That's the only difference. So with that, I've come to the end of the WordPress publishing video. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at admin@imlicious.com and I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you for listening and goodbye. See ya.